Hello, Instagram. Hello. Hi, everyone. Hi. Welcome to our weekly live. If you don't know who I am, this is your first time to wherever you're coming from Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, everywhere right now. I am Corrine Wright. I am the owner of Faith Accounting Consulting Services, and I go by mompreneur, accountant. I go by so many titles. So I'm happy you're here today. And today we're going to be diving into a topic that's just for every business owner who hires contractors, big or small. Everyone needs to know about this. So filing those all important 1099 forms with tax filing season around the corner, I want to help you understand the key steps you need to stay compliant and avoid unnecessary penalties. Okay, so if you are on live right now, if you're watching me, just put in wherever you're at, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, post right now what your business is and where you're from. Okay, that would be awesome. So, hey guys, so let's set the scene with a story. So imagine a mompreneur named Haley, and Haley's a busy woman, and she's a businesswoman running a small own online boutique while juggling her family and home life. We all do this, right? So she decided to hire a freelance designer and marketer to help her with her branding. So things were going great until tax filing came. Suddenly, Haley realized she hadn't records for her contractors properly, and she wasn't even sure if she needed to file 1099s for them. So that stressful spot, that stressful spot or whatever, definitely definitely like made her worry and everything like that because there's 10 if anything that's missing or incorrect, 1099 penalties can be like really steep. So I want to go over the steps that will help someone like Haley or any of us avoid these pitfalls. Okay. So filing 1099 can seem like a lot, especially if you're like managing other areas of your business, of course, taking care of family or whatever. But it's actually straightforward when you break it down. And so I just want to like cover the key essential, like the best practice on how to do this. So first thing first, you're going to understand who qualifies, right? Um, you need to send a 1099 to independent contractors, anyone that owns an LLC. Oh, hold on. Go back up to Instagram. Hold on. Something's going on with my Instagram. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna discard. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna hop right into the first steps. Always some technical difficulties, right? Okay. Instagram is back up. Sorry. So we're gonna start where I left off. So understanding who qualifies, that's 1099, independent contractors, $100 or more for services during the year. And when I say independent contractors, that means these are people that are freelancers, they are sole proprietors, they even have a social security number, not even. This is also for LLCs, so single member LLCs, partnerships as well will receive 1099 as well. Um, so those are the people you're looking at. Corporations are the ones that usually that don't qualify for that at all. The next thing we're going to work on is collecting the right info. So it is so important to get your contractor to complete the W-9 form before work starts, so you have your tax information. Haley learned this the hard way, like a lot of us, and had to scramble to get W-9s in January. I'm going to tell you, this is not anything new. Like a lot of businesses are scrambling and doing this process because of the fact that they don't know what you know today, but they don't put this in place starting now. Next thing is track payments carefully, right? You're gonna make sure whether you pay contractors monthly or on a project basis, you need accurate records. So you're gonna use a book software or even a simple spreadsheet to track your payments and mark any that meet the $600 threshold. So we are now in November, like, you should definitely know who meets that at this point, unless you're gonna hire somebody in the next month or 2 that might go over, or maybe you have somebody that's close to it, and they might go over if you're gonna keep paying them, but you should know at this current time, like around November, who you're gonna get W-9 from, you need 1099 from. The next thing is knowing the deadlines. January 31st is the deadline to send 1099 to contractors and to file them with the IRS. So mark that on your calendar. Missing this will result in late season penalties. So does this seem familiar? Maybe you're like Haley, thinking, I'll just remember these things at the end of the year, but a little prep work now goes a long way. I'm a Girl Scout, so what is going on my internet? Okay, so I'm a Girl Scout and stuff like that, and a family of Army and Marine. So I already know it's always prep before and always be ready than to be sorry at the end. So that whole thing. But anyway, I would love to hear from anyone here that has questions on filing 1099s or any experiences with hiring contractors. Feel free to drop your questions in the chat. Let's make sure everyone leaves here confident about like the process. Like I want to help everyone. This is why I do this, guys. Before I go live, I can't help everyone. Really. Okay, my Instagram is bugging out, so my Instagram will be posted later. Next. So I do have some questions that are coming in. So, what if I didn't collect the W-9s from my contractors before they started work? Great question. If you miss collecting W-9, go back on Instagram. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if you can't hear me. Hold on. I'm not gonna say bye to my IG. They love me. So basically, that's a great question. If you miss collecting W-9s, reach out to your contractors as soon as possible and request one. Explain that you need it for tax purposes. If they are hesitant, let them know that the IRS requires you to have this info for compliance. And moving forward, make collecting W-9 part of your onboarding process. Hey, Ultra Precise Tax. Hello. Make sure that's part of your process for your onboarding to avoid the scrambling next time. Another thing, like I said, we are in November. If you're going to be paying someone again soon, like if you know you're going to make a payment next week or whatever, put this W-9 part of it. Like, okay, before we pay you, we need you to come. Our accounting department said you need the W-9. We're missing this. And then they're gonna definitely, hey guys, everyone that's joining, they're going to want to do W-9s, but they don't want to not get paid. That's another process. Um, Next thing, what if I paid a contractor less than 600, but sent them a 1099 by mistake? Sending a 1099 for a payment under $600 won't harm your business. This is not required. So the IRS may look for the correct forms for eligible payment. So if you're unsure and send one, it's not a problem. It's always better to double check those payment records to prevent over reporting though. Okay? So we don't want to over report. Under reporting is fine. um, the next question is, do I need to file 1099s for contractors I pay through platforms like PayPal or use a credit card? This is a great point. That's why I didn't really talk about it because I felt like this question was going to come up. Great point. Generally, if you pay contractors through a third-party platform like PayPal, you don't need to issue a 1099 because the payment platform is responsible for reporting those earnings. If you pay by cash, though, or check or bank transfer, then you're responsible for filing the 1099 with the IRS. So just also, this point right here is if you are using a bookkeeping software, using a spreadsheet, you might want to put a little tag saying your credit card. Like you want to say how you made the payment as well. That's going to help you be able to calculate at the end of the year because maybe you have where you're using credit card, you're using cash, and you're using check or whatever. It's probably like a you want to make sure you can separate the two when it comes down to 1099 or whatever. intimate girl here, not gonna lie. But QuickBooks, we that does that. Like QuickBooks would be able to track which ones are paid by check or by credit card, and they could already eliminate that out of we can pull a report for 1099, and it already eliminates all our credit cards that we did pay, and only shows like anything paid by check, cash, or ACH. So that's right there. But I definitely want to thank everyone for joining today. And remember, staying organized with your contractor payments and records throughout the year is the best way to prepare for tax. And learned, um, just like Haley learned getting into the habit of collecting those W-9s and keeping track of payment totals saves you from the last minute scramble. That's what we want to do. We want to save you from the overwhelm. Like you don't want to be overwhelmed doing tax filing because there's so many other things you're worried about. So many other things. So we want to make sure you create the best practices for your company. You want to be able to have this like well-oiled system for this part of it. At least this part right now, what we're talking about, you want to make sure you set it up and you can set it up and forget about it, basically. End of it, send it over to your accountant, or you find some software that can do this or AI that can help complete this. You just want to make sure that you set this up. Everybody knows how it works, and just keep it moving, right? So before I go, I do have a couple announcements, and I just want to just congratulate myself on a few things and just share with everyone. We get on my social. I think today we posted that finally I was featured in a magazine, and I'm just happy my kids are in it. My baby is called CEO Mom magazine. I finally got the magazine the other day, so I'm like unreeling like now, and it's just awesome. I get to be part of like because I'm like featured in the magazine. So many people. If you go to my Instagram, you're gonna see like the layout of it. But moms, like this is a great magazine to read and subscribe to. I've been a CEO Mom subscriber for a long time now, and I'm just happy to be part of it. And it's amazing. I'm just happy because the kids are in it. So there's some other things we are going to be where I live. I live out in Suffolk County. We have a lot of things going on tomorrow, but I do want to shout out the Chamber of Commerce because they're going to be for the kids. They're going to be doing like tree lighting tomorrow. So if anyone that's in the area wants like here we're doing this wonderful tree lighting, they always put on a great show. They always do a lot for the kids and everybody there. So it starts at 6, and then at 7, the tree lighting will be lighting out here in Shirley, New York. So you can go and see that. I won't be there because, not unfortunately, but fortunately for me and my family, we get to watch my Shirley at the Suffolk County Championship football game. So that's amazing. At the same time, life always happens like this where I got to do 2 things at once. So I won't be there, but I will be at the championship game. So happy for William Floyd High School for getting there. The varsity are amazing. And then from there, that's basically it. But I do want to do another quick reminder. We do have another webinar. We had a great turnout this month for the BOI beneficial ownership information webinar. So we're doing it again, and we're going to be doing it again next month. The date will be posted real soon on our socials. And the link to register. This like again will be an action-oriented webinar. So it's going to be perfect for understanding the new requirement and how it impacts business owners. But at the end of it, you're going to be done. Like you're going to be able to say that you completed this before the deadline was December 31st. So I think December 31st. I think January 1st. Let's go with December 31st because I don't know who does anything on the 1st of January. But it's due real soon. At least by the time we finish this webinar, you'll know it's completed and done. You can keep it moving and don't have to be fearing the fact that you're going to have to pay at least $595 a day for 16 days, basically, because the max is $10,000 you can go. So you want to afford doing that. If your pockets are that cheap, whatever, you don't care, you should hire us to do your accounting. But yeah, anyway, the next thing is 1099 filing reminder. We just spoke about this. So like if you're hiring these contractors or these, make sure you put sent out those 1099s by January 31st deadline and stay ahead by checking in with your contractors now. Make sure they complete those W-9s. Go through a little checklist today or review it all. You don't need to send them paper ones. There's ways you can send it electronically so you can complete it online and sign. There's so many ways to do this. Easy peasy, not too overwhelming, but figure out what works for you. Okay. But thanks again, everyone, for tuning in. Wishing you all a smooth tax filing season. I'll see you next time. I don't know about next week Friday because I don't know where I'm going to be on Black Friday, but I'll see you guys next time. And it's been a pleasure. Thank you.